Hey, good evening. It is Lisa Kent from Lisa Kent's Fit to Fly Coaching. It's a late night again tonight, but I'm here to talk to you about another way of traveling. We've talked about the beach, we've talked about the forest. Well, tonight I'm just going to take a little tiny bit of time and talk to you about traveling to the big city. Going to the Big Apple, New York, New York, going to Chicago, going out to LA, going to New Orleans, going to a city that's like a little subculture of all kinds of different neighborhoods, things to do. Great stuff. Don't forget to do your homework before you leave. If you have a bunch of money and can go flying out to the West Coast, go see LA, or go flying out to the East Coast and see New York. You can always check on some of those bargain basement flights, or maybe go in comfort if you want and check them out. You can also see what's in your radius if you have a little less, how you can drive, where you can go. When you go, you want to take a look pretty much where you're going to be staying first, because that's going to be your main home base. Make sure that you find out how you're going to get there and back from the airport. Does that hotel have transfers or not? Find a nice rate that's good for you. A lot of times, city hotels, especially like ones in the middle of the city, like the W or the W in Dallas, really nice hotels are the Omnis. The Omnis are wonderful. They will have weekend getaway rates. So keep your eyes open for something like that. Then you can take off and go and take a look and see things. Before you go, you might want to take a look at a couple of things to plan so that you don't just get there. Plan them. We did them geographically. You plan them so a lot of times you're either taking public transportation or you're taking a cab, and you just block them out in different sections of the city. There is a wonderful couple of tour companies are pretty much in all the big cities. One of them is Viator. One of them is Greyline. Viator has what they call like day trips, but they will have city tours where you have a bus and it's a get on, get off bus. Just all day long. You can get on this bus, get off, see something, get back on again, and you go through. Or they also have organized day trips where you start off in the bus and they tell you all about the city. Then the next couple of days that you're there, you can explore what you saw. Now, I was very, very lucky. Both my husband and I came from Manhattan, and my daughter in October wanted to go to New York. She was just a little tiny girl. The last time we went back to where Pete and I lived. It was 2001. It was right before the towers came down. And she was a little tiny baby in arms, and she says, "Mommy, everybody's been there but me." So we got suitcase half packed, because of course she's going to go shopping and bring everything back with her. And we went over, we took our little jet, got in with 3 people. Even if the transfer is inexpensive, like maybe $15, $10, 3 people you could take a cab. So we cabbed on in, stayed at a hotel that was in a part of town that my husband and I lived in. So we were able to stay right there in the neighborhood. He lived in the neighborhood of Chelsea, so we went out and we stayed at a hotel in Chelsea, and that was our main section. Then we took a look at our interests. This is what we've talked about before. There's the Intrepid. She was thinking at that time about the possibility of the Navy or Naval Reserves. I'm very proud of her. So the Intrepid is a great big carrier, and it's now a museum. And it also happened to have a Star Trek display next to it. Now that was my pick. Those were both in the same place. So we went there that day, and then we did one of the Viator tours. It was a night tour in the river. We went out on the river. She could see all the buildings lit up at night. We'd know where to go the next day. Next day, we took Midtown. We went to 42nd Street, everything. I had her pick out a Broadway play. At first, she said, "Oh, no, Mom, that's your thing." Then she found one of the old favorites, Chicago. Chicago was, back in 1970, something, 2 or 3. The original Chicago was one of my first Broadway shows that I saw. Well, she's going into criminal justice, and she said, Mom, it's a musical about a murder. I mean, there's something in cities for everyone. So that was Midtown. We did the Empire State Building that time, too. It was nice to have a couple of things to see. It gave us a destination, a place to go in that city, that little microcosm. And then we were free. We were free to go to dinner in certain places. I believe the next day we went downtown, so that dinner was Chinatown, because that was downtown. We went to the 9/11 Memorial. The last time we went there, the towers were standing. My husband's been back. He saw the Iron Cross when it was up. We paid our respects to the memorial, which is amazing, absolutely amazing. Just somebody who built that it's a living, breathing memorial to what happened there. And then we also went to the Statue of Liberty. So we did that as well. And yes, I did make my stair quota that day. I had 1,000,000 steps, 1,000,000 steps. I had to be fit to travel. I was not hanging back. I walked all the way up those steps to the Statue of Liberty. And we came out there at the pedestal, and we were able to see everything. It was just lovely. So we had certain events that we were seeing along the way. It made it really great. We had things to do, places to see. I think we even went and we showed a Grand Central Station at night. It has constellations on the ceiling. Nobody ever looks up, but the stars are on the ceiling in Grand Central Station. We were able to share what we knew from the city with her. Sharing places that you go is also a great way of traveling. So big cities, I highly suggest getting very, very familiar with them. Get a city map. Get a map of the transportation. We took the subway everywhere. Map of the transportation, city map. If you want to do a bus tour, a day tour where you get on and off the bus, it is great to do a city tour like that. Get yourself in there. Know where you're going first. Maybe even go into that satellite Google and take a look at things, topography. Get into it and then go and celebrate it and be in that city. Take what you need in terms of money and do not look back. Do not even think about it. Just take it, go, and then come home and make some more. But while you're there, relax and enjoy each other's company. So big city travel is a good thing to do in a short amount of time. Makes it very exciting, both for you yourself and also for you with others. You can also look into certain interests. There are live theater tours where you walk a city and characters come out. Very interesting. You could even go into the virtual tours where they do virtual scavenger hunts if you're into a techie kind of thing. All kinds of things there. So those are my hints, and I hope the next time you travel to a big city you have just an amazing time. Until then, we'll have a different one tomorrow, and I will talk to you then. Take care, and it's Lisa Kent from Fit to Fly Travel. If you got any kind of help from this, please feel free to share it. If you would like a certain hint, a certain tip, a certain destination looked into, feel free to comment. Let me take a look at it there. You have a great night, and I'll talk to you again tomorrow. Bye-bye.